What is up, guys? Eric here from BVM Productions, here with a short video. And yeah, MMA news is just rolling in and different topics is going on everywhere. So I wanted to shift gears a tiny bit from UFC 319's Fallout. Also, guys, I didn't comb my hair yet. Excuse the mess. I want to change gears to the whole situation of PFL and Francis Ngannou. And I am quite shocked at what just popped up. Now, okay, it's a few hours behind for me, but yeah. So people have been wondering why the PFL was upset with Francis Ngannou. And then it popped up that he never appeared for the African event, something that he advocated for a while ago, and that he never fought on. So he didn't fight on this card. Now, funny enough, him talking to Ariel Helwani, he actually clarified why he didn't even go to the PFL event. And that is because there wasn't enough African talent on the card, which is kind of funny because I remember some South Africans fought on it. And yeah, he says there was 0 African fighters on the PFL Cape Town main card. Now, I think he means like people from Niger, the upper areas of Africa, Northern Africa, etc. Which is weird. If there's South Africans fighting, it's Africans. Yeah, he says, I hoped the PFL Africa debut would have at least had its glory in its moment. Ngannou did not attend the second event either, which took place earlier this month. He says he hopes to be at the third event currently planned for October. But the problem is, he's complaining that there were no African fighters on the card or on the main card, when people have pointed this out before. He should have fought somebody on this card. Like, why not fight on these cards? Like, at least one of them. It would have been insane. But, yeah, and notoriously people, Dana pointed out that Ngannou is hard to deal with. And this looks like that's more confirmation. Like, I constantly told people there's a 50-50 here where there's truth on both sides. There's always two sides to a story, and in this case, definitely Ngannou showing what Dana had to deal with in a way. And yes, he did make his money, etc. He doesn't need to fight right now, yada, 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 especially after AJ slept him. But why not fight on this card? Why be so hard-headed about the situation? Why not offer them different fighters? And then on top of that, he doesn't know if some of these African fighters that were available, if they were even available, he doesn't even know that. If he doesn't know if they were available, then how could they just put them on the card, etc.? Like, it's kind of ignorant to say that, just being honest. And I like Ngannou. I really do like Ngannou. I like his story, etc. It's just, in hindsight of the controversy of the girl that died a while ago with him, the situations with Dana White, the UFC, and now this, I really think he's not in a position, especially after he lost as well, he's not in a position to just be like, nah, I'm going to throw my toys out of the cot, out of my crib, like a child, and not go to the shows when he was invited to, apparently. And then on top of it, I'm going to complain about something I could have changed. Because he could have contacted him and said, hey, more African fighters, considering he doesn't count some of the South Africans that fought as Africans, which is weird, but anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But he could have been like, more African fighters. And then they could have came back to him and be like, listen, there's a big chance that not a lot of the Africans that you want to fight here is available. And if that happened, most likely he would have been a little bit more chilled. I'm not sure. Based on his reaction on some of the South Africans that were on these cards, maybe he would have been negative about it, but then he would still have popped up, he would have gotten some publicity, etc. And also, funny enough, it's crazy to me that Habib, being at one of the shows, had the biggest impact and made people go crazy at this event, when if he was there, because he is the African fighter in my opinion, Like, he was the monster that had such a hard story to overcome in his life. And now he was there, almost back where everything started. If that happened, wow, that would have been so cool. Everybody would have gone nuts. People like Ngannou. Even though he lost to AJ, they like him. But this doesn't look good, especially after the incident earlier this year, after his loss, and now this. That's 3 strikes. 3 strikes, and that's a problem. I do hope he clears this up, and then if there's a future card in the upper African regions, he fights there. Win or lose, that will be a win for him. And I hope they clear things up, because the problem that he has is he has enough money, but he doesn't have that kind of money where he can just sit back and run through it all. It's really not in that situation. He's not in that situation. He's not a Floyd Mayweather. Almost nobody is a Floyd Mayweather right now. Canelo is also in that zone, and he doesn't just sit back and just chill. He runs things his way, but he doesn't do it where he's too hard-headed with the people that promote him, etc. Ngannou's not close to that level. So I do hope he can swallow his own pride for a little while, give some more input so that they get more African fighters for him. Yeah. And then just let things roll smoothly. This is unneeded friction in the company. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to give my opinion on this, because to me, this is a bad idea. And this doesn't look good for him. I hope he changes a few things and then just moves forward, because it's better to compromise and make money constantly than not compromising, making no money, and then at one point being sent to the bare knuckle boxing arena where you get paid pennies and get put badly out constantly, destroy your face. And also, if you constantly lose there, especially in your debut, nobody will care. They will forget about you. And then for what? For money? Because they didn't compromise on their side too much, or because you didn't get what you wanted? You see, it sounds like you're very spoiled then, and then you end up damaged, broken, and still broke. Just my 2 cents here. So yeah, guys, cheers.